Every year on May 31, World No Tobacco Day is observed in countries around the world. The purpose of the day is to highlight the health risks associated with tobacco use and advocating for effective policies to reduce tobacco consumption. Today, the Ministry of Health, along with the National Drug Abuse Control Council, held an information fair. We get the details on that fair in this report from Hippolyta Novello.
This year's theme for World No Tobacco Day is Stop Illicit Trade of Tobacco Products, but that has proven to be challenging for the Ministry of Health and the National Drug Abuse Control Council, NDAC, because Belize imports millions of cigarettes each year.
It's very difficult because we also have to deal with the culture of consumption of tobacco. But at the end of the day, the scientific evidence and the medical evidence does show that smoking tobacco is bad. I mean, you see it in the increase in lung cancer. You see it also in terms of the increase of sickness on your throat and on your dental sickness. So all of these things contribute also in terms of our approach to making sure that we send the message out there that tobacco is bad for consumption.
According to the director of NDAC, Esner Veyos, the Global Youth Survey states that in Belize, 12.5% of the population consume tobacco. Out of that, most of it is consumed by children between the ages of 12 and 15. What's more alarming is that according to the National High School Survey, tobacco is the third most consumed substance among high school students. This is the reason, says Jorge Polanco, that the Ministry is targeting young students through educational campaigns about the negative effects of consuming tobacco.
This day, World No Tobacco Day, is taken as an opportunity to promote awareness, especially among students, among young children, young adolescents, to sensitize them as to the ill effects of smoking. We are aware that in Belize, as early as the age of 9, 10, 11, children are already smoking. The recent survey showed that children aged 12 to 15 already reflect a prevalence of a little over 12% as current smokers, which means that they would regularly smoke at least one cigarette.
With the introduction of electronic cigarettes, Veyos says that NDAC is as well informing people of the effects of e-cigs.
The Global Youth Tobacco Survey of 2014 indicates that approximately 6% of those individuals that were surveyed consume e-cigarettes. So that means also for the National Drug Abuse Control Council that we have to start including into our prevention strategy for tobacco control the whole issue of e-cigarettes, specifically in our younger communities, because the whole marketing strategy of the industry indicates that or are saying that e-cigarettes would help you to minimize your consumption of regular cigarettes, but that is not necessarily so, right?
Are e-cigarettes bad for me?
For you and for anybody who consumes it, it is bad because it contains also carcinogen elements in the cigarette, but at the same time it contains the same chemicals that the tobacco contains. So it has its regular badness to it.
If you are a habitual consumer of tobacco and want to stop, NDAC offers assistance. But first, you must have the desire to do so.
And once you have that desire of wanting to smoke, then you seek help. Once you are ready to seek that help, you come to the National Drug Abuse Control Council at any of our offices countrywide, and then we will be able to facilitate that process for you and advise you where you can go to seek cessation programs, or also to seek advice in terms of how to go about stopping the consumption of tobacco.
Reporting for Love News, Hippolyta Novello.